5G will rule the world. Okay, I had to do that super secret squirrel stuff, but it was the number 5. So, why do I say this? Well, some guy named Hattie Caddy, first name Noah or something, said that humans are now hackable animals. I believe that's correct. I was listening to another show this morning that 2 well-respected doctors on our side stated that the thing and the particles that are floating around go directly to the testicles, that's balls for tards and rhinos, and the ovaries. These 2 bodily parts control our testosterone and estradiol concentrations. Now, men have a certain ratio of testosterone to estradiol, and women have the opposite ratio. If we didn't, men, our knuckles would be dragging the ground, and women would be even more women. Emotional nut jobs. But point being, men have approximately 75 to 25, 30% testosterone to estradiol, and women have about the opposite. It's why we are who we are. Now, those 2, testosterone and estro, they control many other bodily functions, including a lot of stuff up here. Now add it when the blood-brain barrier is broken, which was the sole objective of Klaus Schwab, beside the fact that those were tainted, but it was to push too far, completely untrained people, no idea what they're doing, no reason to go up the nasal cavity except to break that barrier. This causes swelling, small swelling in several places on the brain. The testosterone estrogen imbalances caused by the particles floating around also severely inhibit a person's cognitive abilities. Now add that to the fact that it is a scientific fact that liberals have less cognitive ability and more mental issues. Now when we realize that the 2 week to slow the curve episode turned into a year, this was the time period where many of those Jibby towers were installed. And not just installed, but on elementary schools, hospitals, large corporate buildings, senior high-rises, almost exclusively in your big cesspool shithole cities, because the towers have to be relatively close together. And many were installed on water towers, directly affecting the water. which then in turn is ingested by humans, directly affecting them. So, back to we'll control the world. So, I hear all these super secret squirrel, supposedly patriot channels saying, all we got to do is get out the vote, swarm the voting booths. They can't stop us. There's more of us than them. Well, on paper, there are more Republican/conservatives than libtards. Yeah, on paper. One, we're not going to be using paper. And two, it doesn't matter. Many so-called Republicans and conservatives lost their frickin' minds and did the thing. Almost all demtards did the thing. Several times. Now, seeing as they are now walking, talking EMF receptors, microwaves, all that good stuff, Jibby antennas, they very likely are going to be told what way to vote, who they can marry, who they can hang out with, who it's time to go eliminate, and on and on and on. I believe that the complete lack of common sense, apathy, empathy, ability to reason that we're all seeing right now is a direct result of certain things that have happened in the last couple years. I believe the majority of these people kind of had some potato chips, so to speak, and they're up in here, and their frontal lobes are gone, shot, non-existent. They're still there. They just don't function. That is a direct result of breaking the blood-brain barrier, swelling on the brain in certain areas, everything, the testosterone, estrogen, everything affects that frontal lobe, which is where the cognitive ability stems from. Ooh, brain stems from. Get it? All right, unintentional. Trying to keep it light, but it's very heavy. So, everybody's like, the Dems, they can't afford to have an election with an S in parentheses. I believe that they're not worried about it because they probably know something that I'm not hearing anyone talking about. It doesn't matter how many tens of millions of people go to the ballot box. The overwhelming majority are very likely going to be told what little circle to fill in. I hope I'm wrong, but all the evidence I see, all the reports, everything about how people are acting or not acting or reacting lead me to believe that they are antennas, which means they are being directed when needed, as needed. That is all that I have for this video. I will follow up on that as I learn more. please feel free to comment if you agree, disagree. Woo! Hey, get some food. www.storagechef.com. SFP15 for your discount code. Just get it as much as you can, anywhere you want. Get prepared. And certain people eat ammo, from what I understand. So you should be stocking up on that as well to share. All right, then. That's all I got for now. JT. Signing.